Gonna give another YouTube video. It's your boy YG, and today we got some different type of content. We're gonna react to terrible black biopics. I love biopics. They're like my favorite music genre, and I like music biopics in particular, like on artists, celebrities, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get right into this video. We're gonna react to terrible black biopics part 2. I think I didn't react, but I like watched the first one, like a little bit of it, I think. So that's why I didn't check the first one. But we're gonna do part 2, terrible black biopics part 2. Let's get right into the video.
It's too great, son. What?
Bro, we have an ad already, bro. Like, come on, man.
Y'all, welcome back to the channel, and I'm finally back with part 2 to these terrible ass black biopics. I know I was supposed to drop this last week, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was experiencing a terrible burnout. I didn't experience the burnout because of YouTube, it was because of some other shit that was going on, but that don't matter because more.
Let's get right into it.
Bobby!
Okay, so this movie.
Actually, I've seen this movie. I don't really mind it. Like, it's on TV. I see it sometimes. I watch it sometimes. This is the Bobby DeBarge story. It's pretty much the, the Bobby, DeBarge family. The DeBarge family. So yeah, let's get right into this.
He wastes no time letting us know that it's on some bullshit. Because the movie opens up with Bobby sick in the hospital and his bitch ass dad is coming to see him. And soon as we see all of the DeBarge siblings in the hallway, you can tell that this budget was low as hell. This man got a goddamn paintbrush on top of his head and they think I'm about to take this movie serious? All of the damn wigs in this movie is terrible. And I know Ricky passing away really stressed her ass out because I ain't never seen nobody look like a granny and an auntie mixed in one. And I'm sure they had a handful of.
Alright, so pretty much this gonna be like, he's gonna be like making fun of these movies, but we're gonna check it out.
People who could have played Bobby. But for some reason, they thought that the best choice was to cast the nigga from Disney Channel Shake It Up.
Shake It Up, the dude from Shake It Up. I mean, it's cool. I mean, he didn't do a terrible job.
And soon as I saw this woman right here, I just knew the movie wasn't gonna get any better. Because she was in that terrible sequel to Undercover Brother, and if you was on my old channel, y'all already know how I feel about that goofy shit.
My audio was so loud, so I had to turn it down a little bit.
And this whole hospital scene is supposed to be serious, it's supposed to be sad, but again, I cannot take this shit for real. Nurse! Bro, hell nah. Y'all see how they added that slow motion for dramatic effect? That's just excellent. And after this, it just randomly cuts to his Switch days in 1980. They don't use like a smooth
Yeah, like, they didn't really do too much, because I wasn't even born around this time of music. But, with the movie, it wasn't fully high budgeted because it was on TV. It wasn't like something like the Bobby Brown story. You know what I mean?
transition to take us back to the 80s or nothing. It just cuts there, like we're just there. And this is really when the bullshit kicks in.
And I came a long way. The experience taught me one thing. Taught me to hold on to my love.
At this point, I don't understand how this is a real movie. Forget everything I said in the last video, because what the hell are these stage sets? They look like the Cosby Kids if they would have went down a very dark ass path. And why is Lloyd here? He looked like a damn 70s jazz musician. This one needs to take this down.
I remember when I looked at the cast, I remember that he was in the movie. I didn't even know that.
Damn eBay James Brown wig off of his head. It looked like they shot this shit in a random hotel lobby. Also, everybody in this motherfucker is overacting, including the extras in the crowd. Even him just somehow saying a simple line turns into him overacting.
Probably not. Okay, all right. Then
I mean, like, I've seen this movie like plenty of times. Like, I don't know how many, but I've seen it plenty of times. I watch it sometimes. It's alright. I mean, at least I got a little knowledge behind, the DeBarge, the group. So
as Jermaine Jackson to fly them out here.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? That boy said, then ask Jermaine Jackson to fly them out here. Like, dog, you didn't have to say that like you was a pastor. So yeah, somebody in here is playing Jermaine Jackson dressed like goddamn Jeannie Lamp from South Central. And can somebody please tell me why Big Boy is the person they decided to play Berry Gordy?
oh, for real? I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember that, but nah, I don't know. They could have.
Why? Why?
Hey, remember Bobby DeBarge was on drugs? Well, here's the movie of it. That's what this is. It's just that and some weak-ass performances like we saw earlier. At the end of the movie, we see him get arrested by the DEA, but Ellen DeGeneres and his wife come to pick him up at the end, and that's it. That's the movie. This movie is ass. It doesn't even have one redeeming quality about it.
Alright, so pretty much, I'm only gonna cover the movies that I've seen. So I might not go through all of those.
It just does your regular biopic shit, telling you stuff you already know, but then executing it poorly. So yeah, this movie was ass, and that's all I really gotta say about it. Now let's go on to the next movie.
And what's that? Oh, I know exactly. Let me get a sip of water real quick, because I already know what this is. Hold on. This is the biopic on the Man in the Mirror. Yeah, I already know the Flex Alexander one. They say this is like the worst Michael biopic ever made, and I'm ready for the Michael biopic coming out October 2025. So
Because of this movie, my boy Flex is a walking meme now, and rightfully so. Now, he has said many times the reason that he did this is because him and his wife were broke and they needed the money at the time. But to be honest,
I didn't even know that detail, but I did watch an interview about him talking about the movie, his role in the movie. So like clearly, so that actually makes sense and ties into when he said that, the amount of money, it wasn't really that high, but they gave a little allowance for the movie, a little bit, like 30,000, I think, or a little more, maybe more than that. I think he made a little money off that movie, even though it wasn't that good.
I doubt that this movie helped them in any kind of way. And I really try to understand him when I hear him say that, but there is no fucking way that they were that down bad. The movie comes on with him doing this silly ass Michael Jackson voice while he's narrating, and it's just, it just ain't it.
By the age of 13, I had 4 #1 hits with my brothers, the Jackson.
I've seen this movie like plenty of times too. This is another biopic. Like I said, biopics are like my favorite genre of movies. And I can agree, this is like not the best Michael movie biopic to me, So, yeah, they did a lot of like over exaggeration in the movie. Some of the facts were off, and then I guess the copyright, they didn't want to use the actual Michael music during the performances. So that's why they didn't use actual music.
5.
It's just a bunch of random shit happening in this movie that makes no sense. When he's a kid, he keeps having these visions of Diana Ross before he even met her, and it's weird as shit. And this lady do not look like no damn Diana Ross. She looks like a damn extra in the Thriller video. This would have scared the shit out of me if I saw this every time I closed my eyes as a kid. And whenever we see grown up Michael, why is he greased up like an Easter bunny? And I know the narration was bad, but once you see his ass talking like Michael and dressed like him, you realize how ridiculous this movie is.
For them and they cheer for.
And he wasn't even that tall. Like the actual Michael Jackson. He wasn't like Alexander was like 6 foot. I feel like he was trying too hard with like the mannerisms, like trying to portray Michael in a sense, but
For me, it's about love.
I guess sometimes love hurts.
Boy, if you don't
Oh yeah, y'all, and I almost
that meme is so annoying.
forgot.
Or whatever it's called, I don't know. It's a vine or something. That's so old. That's so long ago.
They went around the area with a bunch of grass and a bunch of trees. And whenever they're driving through, this is supposed to be their perspective of looking out the window, but you can tell none of this shit is here. These type of movies love the fuck out of some stock footage. And since they couldn't get the rights to his songs, we just see Flex bouncing and hopping on stage to what sounds like some game show music. Whenever we see Michael with the white skin, it looked like they just dipped this nigga in some mayonnaise and baby powder, and that was it. And for some reason at his trial, he hears the voice of Diana Ross telling him it's okay. Like, bro, it's just random shit. And at the end, we see everybody who's at his trial just start breaking fourth wall and staring at the camera for no reason at all. When this happens in movies, most of the time it's for a reason, but I guess they don't need a reason here. They was like, fuck it, we just gonna have everybody staring at the camera at the end. This movie is dumb as hell. I couldn't find it on any streaming platforms. So
Yeah, it's definitely not that easy to find.
the only place I could gather up the clips was from YouTube, and it wasn't even in full parts. Like, they got some sections there and some sections missing. So I didn't get to watch the full movie, and I damn sure wasn't finna buy the DVD. Hell nah. Man, I'ma give Flex a pass because he said they was broke. You know, even though I doubt that this helped him, I don't know what their situation was, so I'ma give him a pass. But VH1, fuck y'all, because y'all knew better. But if I'm saying that, man, I can't give Flex a pass because he was a grown-ass man when he made this. Nobody forced him. His ass was aware that this was a bad idea, and I'm sure he could have gotten other roles if he looked harder. So now that I got that out the way, let's get to this last movie.
What was that? Well, I'm not going to do that one. I would, but why would that be a bad movie? I mean, that's history. So yeah, that was Terrible Black Biopics, as you guys may know. That was part 2. I did see the first one. I think I saw a little bit of it. I don't know if I've seen the full. But if you guys want me to check out part 1, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. Got more videos coming. Stay tuned and yeah.